everybody, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Sonic Dojo Game Fan, and welcome to episode 12 of my Let's Review series. On today's review, I will be reviewing the final Crash game on the PS1, and that is Crash Bash. I know, I said something that I might be reviewing Crash Twinsanity, but again, I wanted to get through the racing party games first before I can head on to the other game. So, yeah, don't get too mad at me. It's not my problem. It's not my fault. So without further ado, let's begin this video of Crash Bash. So Crash Bash was one of the games I remember playing as a child and with my cousins in the past, and it was a lot of fun. I gotta say, playing mini games just being solo and play the mini games and go with the plot. So I'll be talking about the plot of Crash Bash. Here we go. The story begins in a temple in hyperspace as Aku Aku and Uka Uka are arguing over who's stronger, the good or the evil. Uka proposes a fight to settle an argument, but however Aku Aku denies him as he states that no one can come between them. Uka Uka now proposes a contest where friends on either the good or the bad side to fight on their behalves, which Aku Aku agrees. Crash Bandicoot and Coco Bandicoot were summoned by Aku Aku, while Uka Uka summons Cortex, Tiny Tiger, Dr. Nitrous Brio, Rillaru, Dingle Dog, Dingle Doll, whatever his name is, and the Koala Kong. Aku Aku challenges Uka's confidence by being fair to assist the teams. Uka Uka accepts the challenge, which allows Aku Aku to choose Tiny Tiger and Ding Dong. Each player goes through 4 rooms, winning trophies, earning gems and medals. After defeating the 4 bosses, which, yes, I will get to that later, the ending is determined on which side you choose. If Team Aku Aku wins, he will reveal that his evil brother had a plan to steal the crystals and hides them away, leaving Uka Uka losing his temper and attacks Cortex and Brio for failing him. And a vortex would also suck out Uka Uka, with Aku Aku stating a penalty for disturbing the crystals. But if Team Uka Uka wins, a storm passes, and Uka Uka's plan was to steal the crystals and harness their energy, leading to Crash and Coco to run and save themselves. Co-op mode on either the good or the evil, which is Aku Aku and Uka Uka. They will force the team to play in a best of 5. Create crunch match, which the character's team winning. It's like a best of 7 you see in an NBA playoffs or Stanley Cup playoffs. Alright, that's enough of the plot. Let's continue with the characters. So there's 2 teams, the good and the evil, which I said, and there's 4 characters for the 2 teams on either Aku Aku or Uka Uka. From Team Aku Aku, we have Crash Bandicoot, Coco Bandicoot, Tiny Tiger, and Dingle Doll. From Team Uka Uka, we have Dr. Neo Cortex, Dr. Nitrous Brio, Koala Kong, and Rillaru. There are 5 warp rooms in Crash Bash. The first room is a jungle room. The second is an ice room. The third is a warp room. The third warp room is a prehistoric warp. The fourth is a forest room. And the 5th and final warp is a control room. Multiplayer will give you a secret room. This is only for multiplayer only. And then we have to go to the mini games. Now there are 7 different types of mini games in Crash Bash. We have the ballistic mini games, which takes place in a square-shaped arena to block and deflect the steel balls into the opposing goal. Polar Rush allows the player to ride on a polar bear cub and knock the others down. The third type of mini game is the Pogo Panium, where you are using a jumping stick, I think it's like a pogo stick, to jump on the squares and cover them from the color of the character to the points. Crate Crush is a warlike minigame where players will throw crates at each other. Yep, I know. It includes not only the nitrous explosives, but let's not forget the explosives. The Tank Wars is similar to Crate Crush, but the player would take control of a tank and can at their opponent. Crash Dash takes control with the hovercraft and race around a circular arena 10 times. And finally, it's a medieval mayhem where it's point-based. Just point-based, not like the other minigames. Now there is a whole lot of minigames I won't explain to you. This is basically from each of the different minigames. So I'll display to you via screen. Alrighty, that's it with the mini games. Now we can get down to the bosses. There are 4 bosses in this game. Yep, these bosses are variants in I think it's in one of the mini games. We have Papu Papu, the Baramator, the Commodore Brothers, and Nitrous Oxide. Boss 1 is in Crate Crush. Boss 2 is in Polar Rush. Boss 3 is in the Tank Wars. Boss 4 is in the style of and Boss 4 is either in Crash Dash or in Ballistic. Yes. Now it's in one of these warp rooms, one way or the other. And that also includes with the mini games. Now, I know this is not related to the boss, but I'm just going back to the mini games. So they're not in like order. They're in one at a time through these warp rooms. These 5 different warp rooms. So, and you have to win a trophy and get the crystal and gem. Otherwise, you gotta try it all over again. So that will do it. Now, what do I think about Crash Bash? To me, this game is probably one of the best party games of all time. I mean, the minigames are actually enjoyable, and best of all, it's a game that you won't put down. Even though it's a Mario Party spin-off, it's still a great game. So that'll do it for episode 12. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, make sure you rate and comment down below, and subscribe and ring the bell icon to be part of the All-Star Gaming League, so you won't miss a thing from the Sonic the Hedgehog Game Fan, and there will be more videos coming your way. Until next time, this is Sonic the Hedgehog Game Fan saying over and out, and I'll see you on episode 13, where yes, I will officially do the 2-parted episode 13 of Crash Twinsanity. Peace.